Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
May I recognize the presence of Chief Lumbuma, in whose area most of us are doing our emerald mining. And it's also my pleasure to mention that Chief Lumbuma is a director in Anuizam Mining Development Company, the company that's presently mining at Miku mine. The first slide, points out to you the nature of the cooperation going on at Miku mine presently. It's a joint Zambian Chinese venture. That's why we're calling it a Sinozam mining venture. Before we talk about what's going on at Miku, I'd like us to have a brief appreciation of where this mine has come from. Miku mine is the oldest emerald mine in Zambia. It was the first deposit ever discovered in Zambia, and it was the first emerald mine in Zambia. So as I speak, if you hear me referring to Kajem and Grizzly and the other mines as our older brothers, it's just, bigger brothers, it's just that maybe presently they're bigger than us, but we are older. We may be smaller, but we are older. So let's keep that in perspective. The history of Miku mine, as you can see there, dates back as far as 1928 when the deposit was discovered. Accidentally, the gentlemen were prospecting for copper. And copper sometimes is green when you find it on the ground. And they thought it was copper, only to discover that stumbled across an emerald deposit. That was way back in 1928. G.J. Baker and Dix. In 1962, shortly after 1961-62, that's when the first mining works were established at Miku. This is the first record. If you Google, if you go into the internet, go to the ministry, the first records of emerald production were shortly after independence. The initial mining method at Miku that was employed by Mindego small mines was a shaft. They had a shaft and they had tunnels. So I'd like to point this out to our bigger brothers at Kajem that the concept of mining emeralds by shaft mining and tunneling was initially done at Miku. And I think maybe it's only correct to say they are now redeploying or using that technique now. It was originally done at Miku, and following an accident that happened when Mindego Small Mines was operating the mine, the shaft and tunneling method was abandoned in favor of an open pit sort of arrangement at Miku. A new dawn. We're calling this a new dawn at Miku in the sense that Miku mine, the concession, is the smallest concession in the emerald mining area. We are only 28 hectares. I think our previous speaker mentioned that they have a 10 square kilometer area and they hold a large scale mining license. Kajima has even got a bigger area than that, and they also hold a large scale mining license. We hold a small scale mining license. Because of our size, as we develop, we're reaching out to other small miners for joint collaborative arrangements. And again, we are the smallest, but we're the oldest. Presently, we employ 120 people at the mine.
And why is this?
Well, why is this? Mr. Ritana says, why is this? So I think I leave that to him. Yeah. So right now we employ 120 people at the mine. And the company is being operated by Anuizam Mining Development Company. That is the company that's operating Miku mine presently. And we have only been operating as Anuizam for the past 1 year, just over a year now. And we have been stretched because, of course, we're in a hurry to seek production, which I'm happy to say we have been since about November, December last year. The operations at Miku have never been at a level where they are now. Right now, I must say it's been the most effective 1 year at that particular mine. If I go back over the history of the past 35 years of mining on and off mining at Miku, the amount of work that has been achieved in the past 1 year and development in terms of pit development, infrastructure, and other things have surpassed in 1 year what has taken place at that particular mine over the past 30 years or so. The current activities going on at the mine are twofold. We've been in a hurry to mine, so there's pit development that's been going on now, very quickly and very extensively. The two types of capitalization that have been going on at the mine are both infrastructure development and acquisition of equipment, and the operation aspect has been the pit development, the mining and benching, earth removal and so forth that's been going on there. This is the mining operation. There are two things going on right now: continuous benching and overburden removal. And as of November last year, we are mining continuously. Mining, by mining, I mean to say extraction of emeralds. The amount of earth that we've been moving from seriously from about August, September last year, when the major equipment arrived, is summarized in the table you see there. Now, suffice to say, we heard from our bigger brothers here that they are moving in the region of 750,000, I think, cubes of earth per month. Presently, as of the past 2 months, we are moving close to 1/6 or 1/7 of that amount of earth. Just to put you in perspective as to the size of operation that's going on at the moment. And I think our labor force is just about 1/5 or slightly under 1/5 the figures that our bigger brothers mentioned. That is the figure, the total figure of earth moved since we started moving. But like I mentioned, right now we are moving just about 1/5 of the 750, about 120 cubes per month. And the size of tippers that we have, those are the ones that you see in the picture there. Basically 15 cubes per load. And I think our operation presently, we're using about 50,000 liters of diesel on a monthly basis. We are not yet connected to the electricity grid. We've been battling to have this done for the past 1 year. And it's only now that we're signing contracts with, I think, CEC to provide power at the mine. ZESCO were unable to do that because of, I think, issues that they've had between CEC and ZESCO. And finally it was agreed that CEC be the company to provide power to the mine, which I think they will commence doing so shortly, despite the fact that we're only 900 meters away from the existing line that takes power to the other mines. Well, our mining activities, seriously speaking, from about end of November, early December, to about a month ago, have given us in the region of 800,000 carats of material currently in our possession. And between November and now, we are getting 2.58 carats from every cubic meter of earth that we move, roughly. Now, as the development has taken place, we have been extracting emerald-bearing material that could not be chiseled or exploited in the pit due to the nature of the material. So we've been stockpiling such material. As you can see in the picture in the background, there's a security area on the mine where we stockpile such material in anticipation of the day when we commission our washing plant. The picture there gives you a position, the status of the washing plant as of I think a week to 10 days ago. We expect the plant to be finished before the end of June, and the material that's been stockpiled will be the first material that will be processed by the plant. So whatever is handpicked from the pit and whatever will come out of the washing plant will be processed in our There's a structure that has been upgraded, our strong room and a sorting plant that's being put up on the mine, among part of the capital development projects going on there. Well, this is the type of material, some of the material that we've been getting from about November, December, and constantly coming out about now. This is just preliminary sorting going on from time to time. Now, as of now, actually on a daily basis. This is the kind of material that's also coming out. You know, got very interesting geological host rocks hosting the stones. That is also some of the material, some of the nature of the material that is coming out. So it's a wide range, but the quality ranges from very high to poor. The quantities that are mentioned earlier, that 800,000, that's some of the better material. Now, the capital infrastructure development that we have there at the moment is development of a strong room and sorting plant that is being constructed now. That will be finished before the end of June. We are upgrading and increasing the number of hostels for our employees. There's a new block coming up, which again will be finished before the end of June to complement the already existing block that we have. This is the block that's under construction that will be finished before the end of June. That's an additional workers accommodation. There's already one existing. The one I'm talking about is the one on the right hand side of them. This is a management residence stroke offices existent at the mine right now. There's a security building for security personnel, Zambia police and our own, being constructed at the mine. This is the state in which it was at as of last week. The above generally sums up what is existent at the mine. I'd like to mention that pending approval from DCA, Department of Civil Aviation, we are constructing an airstrip at the mine, which will be open to the use of all other miners, and we're trying to entice the Zambia Flying Doctor maybe to put in a weekly service to the mine, to avail service to everybody else, since they're already in the business of doing that. And I think since we're the oldest and smallest kid on the block, so to say, that's all I have to say. We're going to learn from Kajim and everybody, corporate social responsibility and everything else, but safe to say we're on the back seat, we're observing and learning from everybody else. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all players in the industry, the amount of help we've had from ministry officials, the amount of help and welcome we've received from Kajim, from Grizzly, from time to time when we wish to consult and visit, has been overwhelming. I really wish to take this opportunity to thank them for such hospitality. Thank you very much.